Hola, hola, buenos días, bienvenidos a la clase de español. Hi everybody, welcome once more to Spanish class. Antes de continuar con esta presentación, asegúrate que hayas terminado todas tus tareas y que entiendes estos conceptos. Phew, what did I just say? Yes, that is a lot. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you what that means in a moment. But just to recap, like I explained in the welcome video, it's really, really important that you complete all the assignments in order. And so that's basically what this says. Antes, before, de continuar. What does continuar look like in English? Continue. Yes, it looks like continue. So before continuing, con, with, esta, this, presentación. What does presentación look like? Presentation, that's right. So before continuing with this presentation, asegúrate, make sure que hayas terminado, that you have finished. So terminado, like terminated, finished, that you have finished todas, all, tus tareas, your homework or your tasks. So everything before this video, make sure you've completed it. Y que entiendes, and that you understand. Entender means to understand. Estos conceptos, these concepts. So before continuing with this video or with this presentation, make sure that you finish all your homework and tasks and that you understand the following concepts. So this is the only time I'm going to explain that. Remember, that is how I will begin every single instructional video. Okay, so right now we haven't done much really, but there are a few things that you need to check off that are mandatory, like watching the welcome video completely from beginning until the very end. Guys, remember, I can see everything that you're doing online, so I can see exactly how much time you spent on the videos, how far you got, whether you skip forward, all that fun stuff, right? So I usually don't check with my students. I like to trust them, but if I see any discrepancies, I will be able to check. So keep that in mind. Make sure that you watch the entire video. Number two, you familiarize yourself with the 3 programs that we'll be using this year: Google Sites, Google Classroom, and Blackboard. And again, I walked you through that in the welcome video as well. And you review the class syllabus. So it is on Google Classroom. Make sure you go through it. It lists curricular stuff you need to know, the units that we're going to go through, expectations, the breakdown for your final grade, all that fun stuff. And of course, the last step would have been to complete the welcome questionnaire and quiz on Google Classroom. This is mandatory. So if you start working on other assignments and you didn't complete this, or you only completed half of it, I will contact you and ask you to complete it thoroughly. Especially since it will determine whether you're in the right level or not. And I have been moving students left and right. I've had to move so many students in the beginning of school, which is not a problem for me at all, but I do need to make sure that everybody is in the right level to make sure that they're set up for success, which is why the welcome questionnaire is so, so important, right? So making sure that you complete that. If you have not completed these 4 things, you need to pause this video right now, go back and complete them, and then resume this video when you're ready. It is that important, yes. Okay, but if you did complete all 4, let's go on. So esta semana, this week, and usually I say weeks because generally each instructional video should be taking you about a week to complete all the written and verbal tasks attached to each video. Sometimes it'll take a little less, sometimes it'll take a little more, but that's usually the general recommended deadline that I give students, is about a week per video. So this week we're going to look at el alfabeto, which will have a written and verbal assignment, as well as los sonidos de español, the sounds of Spanish. And yes, there will be written and verbal as well. And of course, hola, ¿cómo estás? And adios. We're going to start building on our basic conversation, very basic. So it will seem like a lot today. There will be a lot to absorb. Make sure you have your notebook out right now, like I explained in the welcome video, jotting down notes, pausing the video as much as you need to, taking breaks when you need to, reviewing and re-watching the video as much as you need to. It will seem like a lot at first, but that's because we're setting up a foundation for an entire language, right? So it's really, really important to set up a strong, solid foundation. So that's kind of why we have to go through a lot right now. But like I said, I'm always here to help, and work at your own pace and take your time. All right, so here's el alfabeto. Take a little look at it, a little skim. Do you see anything different or a little something that maybe might be off? Yes, that's right. There's extra letters in the Spanish alphabet. That's right. There's che. There's a double L right here. Eye. There's an interesting one here called ñ. And here it's not listed. You will see a variety of alphabets out there for Spanish. I like to put in the double R right there. Yes, there's a single R and a double R. Right, so quite a few extra letters, and you will have to memorize all of them. So let's go through it together. So guys, listening closely, because remember, you need to be able to say these letters out loud and write them down. So, ah. And I wish you could see me right now because there's no way to hide in Spanish. You have to move your mouth. You're making funny faces a lot of the time because you have to open your mouth up wide. This is an A. This is an this is ah. Ah. Like when you go to the doctor's office and they stick the thing in your tongue and they're like, open wide and say ah. It's like that. You really do have to open wide in Spanish. So A, B, C. Notice a pattern. Che, de, e, F, he. For some reason, students do really struggle with the G. It's he. So kind of like you were saying, hey, except for the drawn out A at the end. It's just he, he. H is H, H, H. Quite unique. E. Yes, the I is the E. Yes, just to confuse you a little bit. So an I is E. Jota. Jota. K. K. L. Ella. M. N. Ñ. So this one's almost nasally. You want to put your tongue on the roof of your mouth and say ñ. Ñ. O. And so you're going to keep this one nice and light. So not like the vowels in English where we can say O. We don't do that. It's keep it nice and light. O. O. Like you bumped into somebody and you're like, oh. Like that. O. P. Q. So not Q. Coo, like the sound that birds make when they're cooing. Coo, coo. R. Yes, the double R's. You gotta roll them. R. Yeah, put your tongue in the roof of your mouth and roll her out. R. R. And yes, it will take a lot of practice. It might even take you all year, but you are expected to roll those R's at some point. So keep practicing. R. S. T. Ooh, so not you, ooh. So a lot of my students know, and I'm sure you'll know quite quickly here, is how much I love shoes. I love shoes. I love shoes. I have way too many. I need to cut back, but I just love them. So whenever you forget how to say the letter U, just picture me walking by a shoe store and seeing the word sale, because every single time I'm like, ooh. And that's how you say the letter U. Ooh. Just think of your crazy Spanish teacher buying shoes. Ooh. V. Here, there are two options. You can say double V or double U. So W or W. Up to you. X. X. Y. Oh, yes. That's my favorite. That's like my favorite. Y. 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 Zeta. Zeta. So I'm going to go through this a few more times. We're going to add the vocabulary to it too as well. But guys, I really recommend, especially since you're online, jump on YouTube. There are so many strategies out there that'll help you memorize it. It doesn't have to be painful. You don't have to just sit there and go over it over and over. There are songs, there are games, there are apps. There's so many things that will help you memorize the alphabet. Even if you Google the Spanish alphabet song, I usually call it my torture device because it's really annoying. But it's also really effective. So kind of like Buckley's tastes really gross, but it works really well when you're sick. It's kind of like that. So it gets stuck in your head, which is the annoying part, but it also helps you memorize it without you even noticing. Like you sing this catchy little annoying song, and then all of a sudden you memorize the alphabet. So I can't post things on Google Classroom because of copyright and things like that. But I highly recommend that you jump on YouTube and simply Google Spanish alphabet games, ways to memorize Spanish alphabet, anything like that. And you'll find a ton of stuff on there for sure. But I'll go through it one more time. Because yes, that is the first part of your verbal assignment, is to say the alphabet from beginning to end en español. So you would have to do this. A, B, C, Ch, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, or W, X, Y, Z. I almost burst into song there because it goes Y, Z in the song. See? I told you, it's like engraved in my mind. So that's step number 1. Step number 2 are your vocabulary terms. And you could stop paying attention right about now, and then you'll have to do the worksheet the long way, where you look things up in a good old-fashioned dictionary and translate them yourself. Guys, on that note, whatever you do, do not use Google Translate. If you want to use an online translator, I highly encourage it. Go for it, but use wordreference.com. Wordreference.com, whatever you do not use Google Classroom or Google Translate. For some reason, it's really not up to date. It's not, I don't know why they haven't figured it out. It will give you the wrong answer about 9 out of 10 times. So almost every single time that my students use Google Translate, I can tell almost instantly because the translations are so bad, and then you just have to go back and redo it, right? So definitely whatever you do not use Google Translate. Use wordreference.com or a good old-fashioned paper dictionary, or you can listen carefully because I'm actually going to give you all the answers. That's right, I'm going to do that. So listening close for the translation, but as well the pronunciation, because that will be the second part of your verbal assignment this week, is to say all these words out loud. You don't have to memorize what they mean. You don't even have to memorize all the words. What you do have to memorize are the sounds of Spanish that are tied to the alphabet, so you can say them out loud. So, amor. Amor. It means love. Oh, love. B, beso. B, beso is kiss, a kiss. C, casa, casa. So notice how I'm saying those A's. It's not casa. It's casa. Casa. And it means house or home. So that's where you probably heard the mi casa es su casa. My home is your home. Che, chiste. Chiste is a joke. Like the bad ones that I always say during these videos. De, dedo, dedo. E, elefante, elefante. F, flor, flor. Oh, I just realized I didn't say elefante. Elefante is an elephant, of course. Making sure you're saying that E at the end. Elefante. Flor is a flower, like a flower in the garden, not the flower that you bake with. Flor. And again, making sure you say flor, not floor. That's English. He, gorro. That's a toque that we're going to need quite quickly here because I can feel winter coming. H, huevo. So don't even say that H ever. Pretend it's not even there. Huevo. And huevo is an egg like you have for breakfast. Huevo. Y, iguana. Iguana is an iguana. An iguana is actually not an English word. That's a really good example of a Spanish word that's just been adopted into English. So a lot of people think it's English, but it's actually a Spanish word, iguana, and it means exactly that, an iguana. Or jota, jabón. Jabón is soap that you use to wash your hands. Soap, jabón. And notice this is the first accent we're seeing so far. In Spanish, there's only one accent, and it always goes in this direction. The squiggle line on the end, that is not an accent. In fact, that is the only letter that has it. It's part of that letter, the ñ. Other than that, we do put accents on vowels for certain words, and it means that we put the emphasis on it. So it's jabón, not jabón, it's jabón, soap. Same thing here, kilómetro. And even when you're getting started with this language, feel free to over-exaggerate your sounds, right? Especially when you're getting the hang of it, because it makes it clear, it really builds up your confidence that way, and it really allows me to kind of hear where your accent is and how I can help you along to get to that fluency. So, kilómetro. So if you come online, you say kilómetro, that's okay. Whatever you say, don't say kilómetro or something like that. Emphasis on the O, kilómetro. And clearly that means a kilometer. Luna is moon. Llanta, llanta. That's right, llanta is a tire, like a car tire, a rubber tire. Manzana, apple. Niño, notice it starts with a regular N and then it has the ñ in the middle. Niño is a boy. Niña is a girl. Notice, and we'll talk about this later on in the course a lot, whenever you see anything ending in an O, that's a noun, so person, place, or thing, then it is masculine. So this means niño means child, but because it ends in an O, we know it means boy. Here it ends in an A, so it's feminine and it means girl. So O masculine, A feminine. But that's just a little side note. We're going to look at that a lot more in the next few weeks. O, oreja. Oreja is an ear, your ear. P, pavo. Pavo is turkey. Like Thanksgiving. Oh, I can't wait. I love Thanksgiving. Q is queso. Queso is cheese. That's right, cheese. And what's cheese without a mouse? Raton. Raton is a rat or a mouse. The double R. Whew. Ferrocarril. Oh, yes, this word, this lovely word. This word was actually used against me by my parents when I was a kid. So when I was a kid, my parents really wanted to make sure that I kept up with my Spanish and my accent. So whenever I wanted a treat, like a little chocolate or maybe to watch TV, I had to say this word 3 times in a row before I was allowed, which is really hard. So I had to say ferrocarril, ferrocarril, ferrocarril. Oh, say that 3 times. But it worked like a charm because I have a really excellent accent and I never forgot my Spanish. I never got to many of my snacks because it was really hard to say, but that's okay too. So ferrocarril, and it just means like a railroad or a railroad car, like the cart thing. Yeah, that's a horrible translation. You could just say railroad, that'd be fine too. Ese, sol, is the sun. Sol, and again, making sure you're not saying sol. It's not sol. Sol. Tomate. Tomate. Saying that E at the end, and of course that means tomato. Uva is a grape. Violin. Violin is a violin. W or W. Whiskey. What? That's an English word. Actually, in Spanish, we do not have a W. We do not. We usually use GU together, and that makes a W sound, which means all the words that you'll see in Spanish that have a W in them are usually English words, like whiskey or waffle. Sometimes waffle is kind of on the fence right now. It's kind of getting adopted into Spanish, so some people in Spanish-speaking countries will say waffles instead of any other colloquial words. And things like whiskey, they'll say whiskey a lot, but it's actually an English word, so really it's not one that you will see in Spanish. X, xilófono. Again, watch that accent. Xilófono. Xilófono. and that is a xylophone. Y, Y is yo-yo. Yo-yo is a yo-yo, of course. Another word that you won't see too much of. So sometimes you'll see a lot for English words, but even then, make sure you're watching that pronunciation because it's not yo-yo, it's yo-yo. Yo-yo. And zapatos, my favorite. They're shoes. Zapatos. Again, watching those vowels. Zapatos. Okay, so I'll go through it one more time. A, amor. B, beso. C, casa. Che, chiste. D, dedo. E, elefante. F, flor. G, gorro. H, huevo. I, iguana. I can do that. J, jabón. K, kilómetro. L, luna. L, llanta. M, manzana. N, niño. Ñ, niña. O, oreja. P, pavo. Q, queso. R, ratón. R, ferrocarril. S, sol. T, tomate. U, uva. V, violín. W, or W, whiskey. You really don't have to say that one, but make sure you know how to say W. X, xilófono. Xilófono. Y, yo-yo. Z, zapatos. All right, that takes care of el alfabeto. Next are los vocales, so the sounds of Spanish. Specifically, we're going to be starting with the vowels, and that's what it says right there. Los vocales, the vowels. There they are right there. A, E, I, O, U. Oh my gosh, so important to say that. You will be making funny faces the entire time because your mouth is going to be opening wide in every possible direction. So, A, E, I, O, U. If you can say that 100 times a day, oh, it will do wonders for your pronunciation, your accent, and your fluency. A, E, I, O, U. So that's what you'll say out loud first. And then we'll go through some practice words like adios. Adios means goodbye. Agua. Agua. So saying all the A's with an A. Agua is water. Animal. Not animal. No. Animal. Animal is an animal. Avión. Avión is an airplane. Airplane. E is en. So this one's tricky for some reason. It's a tiny little word. In English, it means in. En means in. But I hear every possible pronunciation for it. I hear on. Like there's some French pronunciations. It's en. En. Enero. Enero is January. Notice how we don't capitalize months en español. Enero, January. Ejercicio. Ejercicio is exercise. Entre, in between, entre, or in some cases might mean inside, depending on how you use it. Entre. Next one, idea. Oh, yes, so it does mean idea, but make sure you're saying idea, idea. Isla. Yes, it means island, but again, we're saying that E and that S. Isla. Isla. Iris. Iris is your iris. Yes, like in your eyeball. Iris. And invierno. Invierno is winter. Winter is coming. Winter is coming. I totally did that by accident. Who watches Game of Thrones? Yes, I clearly do, but I just started, so I'm quite proud of my little reference there. Next one, ocho, the number 8, ocho. Ojo. Ojo is your eye, just one. Ojos for both. Oído. Oído. That's right, saying all the vowels. Oído, putting the emphasis on that I. Oído is the inside of your ear, the part that actually lets you hear things. Oído. Oeste, again, saying all the vowels. Oeste. Oeste is west, like the direction west. Last one. Ooh, looking at shoes on sale. Ooh, so excited. Uno is the number one. Uno. Uña. Uña is a fingernail. Fingernail. Único. Único is the only one, or it's unique. So let's say you're really early for one of my classes. I'm like, hey, you're the only one in class. I would say, eres el único. Único, the only one. And uniforme. Uniforme, not uniform, although that's what it means in English. Uniforme. So one more time, because you will have to say them out loud as well as translate them. So from the top. A, E, I, O, U, A, adiós, agua, animal, avión. E, en, enero, ejercicio, entre. I, idea, isla, iris, invierno. O, ocho, ojo, oído, oeste. U, uno, uña, único, uniforme. All right, almost there, guys. The last bit of más sonidos, a little bit more of the sounds. Again, I know it's a lot to set this foundation right at the beginning, so feel free to take a break, come back and rewatch it, but we are almost there. So just a few more sounds that are different than they are in English. First is our B's and our V's. So we actually don't say B or V. We do this thing where we kind of slur them together. You don't press your lips together and you say uva. It's almost like a w sound, like uva. So I don't say uva or beso. It's uva, beso, right? And in some places, like Puerto Rico, if you ever get to travel, they even slur it even more. So it's like ua. Like it just kind of slurs right out of there, right? So uva, beso. And again, that means grape and kiss. H, never, ever say the H. There are no exceptions to this rule. Why it even exists, I don't even, I do know, but it's a whole long historical thing that I'll save for another day. But you will see it in written form, but we never ever say it out loud. So just pretend it's not even there. It's invisible. So hielo, hielo, hielo is ice, hielo. Hambre. Hambre. So notice we're saying the E, always saying the E's, never saying the H. Hambre is hunger, actually, hunger. So if we never say the H, how do we make an H sound? It's actually our J. So the J makes an H sound. So here, jamón. Jamón is ham. Jabón is soap. Ham and soap. Jamón, jabón. The double L makes a Y sound. So llanta, lluvia, every time the Y sound, llanta, again that's a tire, like of a car. Lluvia is the rain. Oh, I love the rain. Like in April showers. Oh, I love it. The QU makes a K sound. So please, whatever you do, don't say that U. Pretend the QU is just a K. So queso. Queso is cheese. This word is a big one. You're going to see it a lot, so pay close attention. It's que, not que, not ki, que. So pretend it's a K and we're saying our vowel sounds que, and it means what? Cheese and what? The last one, of course, double R's. You gotta roll it. Put your tongue in the roof of your mouth and roll. Gorro, gorro. And not gonna lie, guys, it takes practice at the beginning. It can be quite challenging, but don't worry. All of a sudden, your tongue will get there, I promise. You just gotta train it. You gotta work it out. So, gorro, perro. Gorro, again, means toque. And perro, with two R's like that, means a dog. If you only have one R, it means something else. But with two R's, it means a dog. Cute little doggy. All right, saludos y despedidas. You don't have to write this on any worksheet, but you should write it down because every time you log in online, I will ask you to start with a saludo, which is a greeting. And to sign off, you have to say a despedida, which is a farewell. So saludos, greetings, like hola means hello. Buenos dias is good day or good morning, so careful when you're saying it. And buenas tardes, good afternoon. So one more time. Hola, buenos días, buenas tardes. So I do ask that you say one at the beginning of each course or each online session and that you do mix it up. Don't say hola every single time. I will ask you to say something else. So make sure you're practicing and even look some up. This is a time for you to take risks, to get creative with the language and try different sayings. If you hear one, go ahead and give it a shot in class. That's actually part of the curriculum, is taking risks with the language. That's right. It's actually in the curricular document. So definitely use this time. This is a safe space for you to get creative and to take some risks. So definitely jump in and give it a shot. Your despedidas, adios is goodbye. And there's actually a lot of different despedidas. You can say ciao, very popular in South America. Notice how it's spelled though. You might see a C-A-I-O. That's actually Italian, so careful with the spelling. The spelling is a little different in Italian. So ciao with an H is how we spell it in Espanol. Hasta luego, until later. Hasta means until, so we use that quite a lot. So if you plan on checking in a little later, you can say, oh, hasta luego, or hasta mañana, which is until tomorrow, or the most common one, because you do have to check in every week, once a week. So most of my students say, okay, señorita Enriquez, hasta la próxima semana, until next week. So one more time, adios, ciao, hasta luego, hasta mañana, hasta la próxima semana. So feel free to use any of them. The second question I'm going to ask you, so I'll say hola, and then I'll ask you, ¿cómo estás? And it means, how are you? So how are you doing? How do you answer it? How are you feeling? And guys, I really ask for students to be honest at these when I ask you these things. Because if you're feeling really frustrated with some of the work, or you're really tired that day, or you're sad, something happened, just let me know, because I take that into consideration when you're completing your tasks and things like that, right? So if you're feeling good, that's great. But if you're feeling genuinely scared or tired or upset, just let me know. This is the time to say so. Right now, I'm just going to give you two options, but we will be building on this as we go along. So if I ask you, ¿cómo estás? You can say, estoy bien, which is I am good, or estoy muy bien, I am very good. Or if you're bad, estoy mal, remembering all those vowel sounds that we went through, estoy mal, estoy muy mal. So I am bad, I am very bad, just having a bad day. Estoy más o menos. Más o menos. So this is more or less, which means okay, you're okay. Nothing great, nothing bad, you're just okay. So I ask you, ¿cómo estás? You say, estoy bien, estoy muy bien, estoy mal, estoy muy mal, or estoy más o menos. Always finish with gracias y usted, no matter what. So I'm going to ask you, ¿cómo estás? You get to pick one, and then always, always, always say gracias, thank you, y usted, and yourself. So you're going to ask me how I'm doing. Gracias y usted. So what does it look like? Un ejemplo, an example. I say, hola. You say, buenos días. There's your greeting, your saludo. Yay! I ask you, remember, it's always me that's going to ask you. That's right. ¿Cómo estás? And you can say, estoy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted? And I will say, estoy bien, gracias. And we will go ahead and get started with your online task for the week, right? But we will always start in this way. So it's really important that you write it down, you practice, practice, practice out loud. It doesn't have to be memorized by any means. Trust me, you'll say this so many times that it will eventually get memorized. But that is how we're going to start the beginning of every online session. Then you'll go ahead and recite the alphabet and the rest of your assignments. Alright, so that's the end. Whew, we made it. So antes de continuar al siguiente video, asegúrate de terminar. So before continuing to the next video, make sure to finish. You'll have your alfabeto y los sonidos de español, which is a written worksheet on Google Classroom. Where you translate all the vocabulary words. So if you've been jotting things down as we went along, you should be done basically by now. All you have to do is submit it on Google Classroom. Then you need to sign in to Blackboard during our appropriate class times to do your verbal assignment, which is to say the alphabet out loud as well as all the terms. That's right. You can have your worksheet in front of you, or I can put it up on the screen and you can read from there, but it will be a full verbal mark. So I'm listening for pronunciation, accent, fluency, all that fun stuff. And of course, make sure you keep reviewing those saludos, ¿cómo estás? And despedidas, and be ready to use them for your online sessions, your greetings, how are you, and your farewells. All right, guys, so if you have any questions, you can feel free to email me, call, or swing by the school, or simply ask me in the Blackboard sessions. We can even do some practice rounds before you do your final run through, your final presentation. It's really up to you. Either way, I look forward to seeing you all in class. Gracias. Adios.